Forward, ball.
Future Soldier program, that is, it's an important program to a lot of the kids that we have at this facility. And all the different things we do, whether it's education, substance abuse, the GROW program, I think the Future Soldier program truly has, it can really give the offenders hope and give them an alternative future. The idea behind it is that offenders inside the facility will go through the Future Soldier program to prepare them for boot camp. Rather than us throwing all these resources in an offender while he's at the facility and then returning them back to the same environment that he was in before he came here, the idea is that they will go through all these programs, and then when they complete the Future Soldier program, they'll be released directly into one of the military branches and leave here and go direct to a boot camp.
Who would like to explain what that means to them? Raise your hand. Read it again.
I learned that if you want to make it bad enough, no matter how bad it is, you can make it.
Gordon.
Well, it's basically saying if you really, truly want to succeed and say it gets bad and you start to fail forward.
Okay, anybody else? That's good. Gillespie?
If you want something, you gotta push for it.
You gotta be willing to work for it. Nichols?
You trying to never give up to where you go.
Don't give up?
Don't give up.
That's right. You can never give up.
Some of the kids, they have, bad family life, and, it's touching at times, but you got to have compassion for these kids. You got to have a sense of understanding. You got to listen to them, because every kid here has a story to tell. Believe me, they do. So we just come here and we try to, like I said, one day at a time, put them in a structured environment, and try to and just encourage. And I'm just glad I'm in this position where I can do something. I mean, we know we're not going to save them all, but any offender that comes into this program will be embraced with a humble heart.
I mean, no matter what come your way, just like in the group wide try, if they keep on trying to pull you down, whatever it is that somebody's trying to hold you back from doing, if you really want that goal, you will succeed at what you're doing and not let whatever nobody say hold you down. You can be any name in the world, but if you really want to succeed somewhere, that word ain't gonna get you nowhere. It should motivate you.
We have taken some of our worst offenders and put them in that program, and it's just made a remarkable difference in just how their self-respect, their demeanor, how they conduct themselves, how they hold themselves, the respect that they give other people. I hear it all the time. The staff will see a particular offender who is out there marching and doing drills or being respectful, and they're just amazed that it's the same kid it was 6 months ago before he got involved in that program.
I learned that if you want to make it bad enough, no matter how bad it is, you can make it happen.
I tell them all the time that their success is my success. Some people ask me, well, how many sons do you have? Because I have 2 of my own. I said, well, I have 24. Because they are like, sons to me. And I try to be that father figure for them here. All positive things. I always motivate them and keep them in tune of their future. The problem is some of them, they give up. They give up real quick. All the military instructors here, the counselors, teachers, All the staff is here trying to build these kids up so they will have a brighter future. The program is one thing, but the real initial thing is helping them, giving them the tools when they actually leave out this door, out into society, to give them the tools, that mind tool to think before they react, because they need to know any situation that they're in, there's going to be good consequences and bad. And so it's up to me to try to help them. That's what they was talking about in the program. When I'm faced with different situations that will change my life, either I'm going to take the right road or the wrong road, the right road or the wrong road. So, and that's what that's what I get from this program.
Just to have a positive role model in their life is something that they in many cases have never even been subjected to. So, I tell my staff, you don't ever give up, because you never know what's going to work today that didn't work yesterday, and what didn't work with this kid may work with this one. So you have to keep trying, and you have to be that positive role model, and you have to keep them safe.
Don't ever give up. It kind of goes with the quote of the day, right? Yes, no matter what, you can make it. You just can't give up. Is the frog giving up?
No, sir.
All right, so what do you want to be? You want to be the frog, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Echo 15, attention. Recite the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Echo 15, post.
Well, we start out about 4:45, getting them up with the reveille sound, with the horns and stuff. Get them up for PT. We start out PT. We get up so we probably make it to the gym about 5 o'clock, and we start our physical training sessions for about an hour. And then after that, from the gym we'll go to the dining hall and eat. Come back. We let them do their personal hygiene and get ready for morning muster and inspections for of their rooms.
Attention on deck.
The other thing that I think impresses me a lot is when you look at the inner strength that those kids are showing when they're doing some of the things that they're doing in front of their peers, in front of an offender population is very difficult. And we ask them to do some very challenging things and for them to be able to stand up and go through the motions of drill and ceremony and all those sorts of things. To do that in front of their peers, in front of this peer group, is truly amazing. It takes a great deal of strength on their part.
What's wrong with this right here? Raise your hand. There you go. Because it's a barbecue sauce bottle, right?
Yes, sir.
And now it's a water bottle. Which, do they sell water bottles like this on commissary?
Yes, sir.
So you're changing it from its original purpose. Not authorized. When you are done with your Coke cans, where did they go?
Trash.
Okay. What are those cubby holes used for?
Commissary.
Raise your hand.
Oh,
Michaels. Stationary, sir. Stationary. The bottom door is for commissary. This goes in the trash.
That's probably when I started getting in trouble, because I started hanging out with the wrong people, because I was real protected when I was younger. My mom, she looked out for me a lot, made sure that she raised me right. We went to church every Sunday. I couldn't have told you more than 2 cuss words, and I mean, it was cool, but when I moved over there, I started getting a little bit older, getting a little bit more freedom, and I guess just got around the wrong people and started making wrong decisions, wanted to fit in, wanted to be cool.
Right, there is no excuse, but why didn't you shave?
Forgot totally, but yeah, excuse me.
Just didn't get around to it?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a razor?
Yes, sir.
So you have a clean razor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If somebody would have came to me early on and would have sort of big brothered me and been like, no, don't do this, don't do that, that ain't cool, this is cool. Sit back and chill with me, stay out of trouble. Let's sit back and and go fishing or go hunting or something. I mean, I think I would have stayed out of a lot more trouble. So, yeah, probably in the future I will be participating in a volunteer program, and I will be trying to do something to help out the future youth, because the youth are our future. And I mean, I don't want to see a whole bunch of kids go through this system, because this system, it's either going to rebuild you if you do the right thing with it, or it's going to totally destroy you.
Good morning, Gordon.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing today?
Good, sir.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
We got to get you some boots, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You make sure you dust yourself off. I always have to do that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First rank, about face. One pace forward, march. About face. Parade, rest.
35, 150 and round extended.
Got a busy day today. Today is why try. Hold on your questions till after, okay?
35, 1 J3 leaving at the unit.
We've got why try. Mr. Sawyer's not going to be here today. So what we're going to do for treatment teams is we're going to get everybody in rooms 3, 4, 5, and 6. Take everybody to the status room, and we'll go over where you are in the program.
John he's come a long way, and he, as you could tell from your interview with him and just kind of watching his demeanor, he's really taken that program to heart and is really making a tremendous difference in his life. And I think that if we can make this happen for him so that he can leave this facility and have him report direct to the Navy, that gives him a future, it gives him the hope that he needs to truly make a difference in the rest of his life. And I truly believe that he will be a success if we can make that happen. On the other hand, if we can't make that happen and we have to send him back to the other environment, his chances of being successful are greatly diminished, and it's probably a lot more likely that he will fail and he will return to this facility or even to an adult facility at some point.
I really wasn't a very good person. I wasn't at all. And I look back on that, and it makes me feel ashamed, because I haven't got a chance to apologize to those people. I don't know if I ever will. And they still have that perspective of me that I'm a bad guy, and I don't want that no more. That used to be the reputation I wanted. I wanted to be a bad guy. I wanted people to fear me. But I know more. It's more important to me now that people see that I'm doing right, and they try to do like me, and they try to do something with their life.
Mama, can't you see what this program's done to me? Mama, can't you see what this program's done to me? I used to wear my favorite jeans. Now I'm wearing army greens.
Ultimately, I talked to the staff about this a lot, and what they all have to realize, regardless of their position inside the facility, whether they're a teacher or they work in maintenance or they're an officer or a counselor, their ultimate goal and responsibility is to make a difference in the lives of the kids that we have at this facility. And they have to recognize that we are actually here to serve the youth that come through this facility. And because of that, because the kid is still growing and maturing, they're going to influence that development. So they got to realize that, and they've got to take care to ensure that influence is in a positive direction.
A lot of goods came out of it. If I would have never been locked up, I would have still been out there doing the same stuff, running with the same crowd. I would have still been a people pleaser and a fit in. I wouldn't gain no independence. I mean, I became more independent in here than I would have on the outs. I would have still been dependent on other people and what they think about me, and I've stopped doing that. I don't care. I don't care what nobody thinks about me anymore. I mean, I'm me. If you can't like me for me, then, I mean, you ain't with me, you're against me. I don't need you. I've gained a lot from this program. That's probably the biggest thing that I had a problem with, was my pride, and I let that pride go.
So the next steps, as far as tomorrow and Friday, what are you going through next?
Well, tomorrow's just basically going to be that honeymoon period where I get to stay up all night worrying and go to sleep at about 1 o'clock and wake up at 4 to get ready. But Friday I'm going to be going to the MEP station, take my ISVAB test, like I said. I don't know, we don't know exactly, it's not set in stone what's going to happen after that, but if I pass my ISVAB, I may have to stay the night and I may go ahead and get my physical while I'm out there. So, I mean, it's moving along. It's moving along a little bit. I've been cool so far, but I ain't been to the moment of truth yet. Probably when I walk in that mess, my heart's gonna pitter patter a little bit. I want to go. I want to serve my country. Makes me feel like I'm redeeming myself for all the bad karma that I've set up for myself, and I don't know. It's gonna feel like the best Christmas gift ever or something. I don't know, but I really don't know. I'm a little bit scared. I don't know if I'm handling it right, but I'm gonna try my hardest. But
ready? Come on in. Yes, go ahead. Have a seat right there, please. Okay, Mr. Madden, this is your reentry arc for, can you give us your DOC number, please?
149-020 now.
Okay.
You know everyone sitting here. You sure?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Madden, can you tell us what you've learned since you've been here?
As far as group or as far as personal growth, or both?
Both.
I guess I took group a little bit more seriously this time. It's helped me out a lot.
Mr. Madden, would you speak up a little bit,
I
please?
apologize.
Thank
I've
you.
took my groups a little bit more seriously this time, and it's helped me out a lot. Thank you for a change. I mean, it's done a lot for me. I'm learning to stop and think now before I do anything. That's the biggest part that was getting me in trouble because I was hot-headed, and I wouldn't think about my actions before I did them. I'm learning to evaluate a situation before I do it, and then from there go on and make my choices instead of just jumping into something without thinking about it. And I've overcame my pride since I've been here. That was another big issue that I had. I cared too much what people thought about me and cared about having that tough role, and it really don't matter to me no more because that's childish. Real men don't care about what people think about them, and they do their own thing. Boys do what they can and do what they want.
So what were your committed offenses that got you here?
Originally, it was battery and violations of suspended commitment, and I was released on community supervision, and I violated that and came back.
How'd you violate?
Smoking, criminal mischief, placement failure, runaway, intimidation, physical altercation, and I think that was it.
So it sounds like in Grow you kind of reflected on, decided that those weren't the kind of lifestyles that you wanted to associate with.
Absolutely.
And then kind of Future Soldiers kind of put you in the direction of where to go now that you kind of found your direction now maybe? Like you were out there wandering around like you didn't have a direction and now you have a direction to go to? Because you want to go to the Navy, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you're planning on going? Okay. Sounds like it worked for you, a good program that worked for you.
Absolutely, it is a good program.
Now the thing of your family impacted you because you know that I know about you and your family and your relationship with your mother. How has that changed?
I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say it's changed a whole lot because communications ain't really all that great. Most likely what I'm gonna do is go back there until my little probation time's up and I can go back to MEPS like, hey, I'm ready to go, or I can move out on my own. Family isn't really big to me right now.
Okay, but knowing that that situation was there the last time you got out and you weren't able to maintain.
No, I was a lot of the problem, so I can't blame my actions on others because it wasn't their fault that I was acting up. And a lot of the disagreements we had was because of me. It wasn't because, oh, my mom and stepdad are into it or nothing. It was because I was acting up. I was wanting to run amok and I was getting mad because, oh, I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. It wasn't their fault that I was acting up. It's on me how I handled the situation, and I wasn't handling it right. That has nothing to do with him. That was me personally.
Okay. Now we know it's been a concern about if you're going to go into be able to get into the military. And that's been a big concern. That's why you're going this route instead of waiting to find out the information. What if that is not an option? What are your backup plans for you to keep you busy and not making the same mistakes?
If I'm gonna go to the military, I mean, it ain't gonna be the end of the world. I want to go. I want to fight. I mean, there was a movie I seen called Kingdom, and it was covering a little bit of the war on terrorism and what's going on over there. And I mean, it made me want to fight. I want to fight for my country. But I mean, if it doesn't happen like that, then I'm probably gonna try to follow the music. I write songs and I play guitar a little bit, so I'm probably try to do music in my spare time, dedicate myself to that. And I'm gonna be working, so it means, it's not like I'm gonna be sitting at the house all day with nothing to do. I'm gonna have my time occupied.
Any other questions?
No.
All right, Mr. Madden.
Take a step outside, have a seat, and we'll discuss. Let's talk about the triangle that we've been talking about all of the time. Education's there. He has his GED. And as far as I know, he's working well on your unit.
Treatment. He's doing treatment-wise. He's doing.
Is he doing his job on his dorm detail?
He's doing above his job sometimes. On dorm detail, he does on the unit. He does on E15. We had some time at the pull tooth and nail to get him to come out E15 to do some work, but he has pride in his unit, though, and I can't be mad at him for having pride in making sure his unit is straightened out. But
so we got education. Looks like it's a plus right there. Treatment. Let's take that aspect of it. Is treatment? How's he doing on that?
He does everything he's supposed to do in his treatment program.
So he goes to the treatment team.
He goes to the treatment team. He's a role model to some, except for some of the things he's done. He's really holding other offenders up to the bar. Really. He's really trying to make them step up to the game and just do what they're supposed to be doing. He had a setback, and but it's been 2 months ago since his last setback. He has taken a leadership role on the unit. So in his treatment team, he's always doing his treatment team work. So nothing positive, negative about his treatment team work.
All right. What's your concern?
The fight that he was in, and then the aftermath or the fallout from it. Where does that place him as far as his status?
His release status?
Yes.
Well, it was a Class B major fighting. So, according to our policy, they have 60 days prior to attending release arc.
Right.
Till they're.
So did he lose a level?
Did he lose a level?
I don't think he did because the officer wrote the letter.
Oh. So he just probably maintained.
So
he probably maintained level 4.
Itself out.
Yeah.
Yeah. His consequence was he got to wait 60 days.
How long? 2 months?
It was January 12th, so it's been right about, it's almost 2 months.
Okay.
And that's why I brought it up, because he did manipulate the situation and had everybody thinking that he didn't do anything but hold it. And then we had the statement from the actual officer. It really coincided with what he said. So we just
kept him on 4 and waited the 60 days like you're supposed to.
Okay.
So that was his consequence, I take it, of 60 days.
Well, I don't know. I saw from it, he's an intelligent kid.
Very
he did a
intelligent.
good job with his transition essay. He probably has more depth and understanding of where he's going and what his goals are than most of the students I see. So, that's in his favor. And he's bright. He seems to have a purpose, whether or not we agree with it. He wants to go get involved with the military and, has a plan. Kind of bothered me a little bit that he doesn't want to do something with his education if that doesn't follow through. He's got a lot of options there.
But you got to understand, he's
I know,
18 and some of us didn't want to do it at that time anyway.
And he's 18 and been locked up for a while, so he's.
But that's one of his strengths. You'd like to see him, try to use it. But I don't have any concerns. Educationally, he's done what we've asked him to do.
Education, treatment, and conduct are 3 parts, and sounds like he's got
the whole
solid pluses in all of those 3 areas that we look
and he's
at.
From the impact unit. I was with him on the impact unit. Then he came over to E. He's from the Madden that came to the impact unit to the Madden that was sitting there. That's a totally different Madden. Totally different.
There's some self-pride there.
When he came down to the impact unit, he was just angry. He gave up on himself and he just didn't care. This is a whole different Madden. Whole different Madden. Can't say what's going to happen when he leaves, but
is everyone in agreement that he's ready for re-entry art?
I'm in favor of it.
His education's up.
Yeah, he's got his GED and he's doing well. So everyone votes in favor?
Yes. Okay. Anything else? Let's call him in.
I think you're close. I think you're
Matt?
Decision.
Have a seat.
Chair got stuck.
Okay, Mr. Madden, we have all discussed your reentry meeting, and we're going to talk about what we decided with you at this time. We have approved your reentry level with the following terms that you need to complete before you're released for release ARC. You need to attend Hillcroft, which you know what Hillcroft is, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and study for your license. Since you want that truck, you need to study for your license to get there, okay? So get with your counselor to get the information you may need to get you prepared for that. You need to complete the transition educational plan, even though you're stating that you're not gonna, and that's what this is. And you need to make sure that you complete as much information as you can and have your counselor sign it. You need to bring this back with you to release ARC once you come back, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, even though you're saying you don't have any educational plans at this time, we still want you to try to put something down there that you may feel like you want to do, and just in case, like you may want to go to a trade school, or maybe you want to get a trade that you can work on that will help you further along. You know, maybe go to get some musical information, background about music. Since you're so passionate about music, get some music background information. Go to school and get that background behind you that you can help you out. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to work the keyboarding system that helps run the music. That would be helpful. Okay, so maybe
one of the reasons why we do this is just to help you, kind of hold you accountable and follow up, because those are contact information, things that we can use to check up on you, see how you're doing.
Yes, sir.
And you're too smart just not to let your brain go sit there and go wait for the Army. You can do a lot more than just what you're planning to do. Okay, so use your brain to your best ability, because you got it. Okay. All right. Also, you need to schedule a family session with your family to discuss some plans and household rules that's going to be expected of you once you're released. Continue the good faith effort on the unit on problem solving. Don't stop doing what you've been doing. Keep on moving forward, and you'll be okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anybody you want to thank for helping you get to this point?
No, absolutely. I want to thank my instructors and Instructor Johnson. Not all of them are here, but Cooley, Stone, Ms. McKinley, and Mercer. They've all done a lot to help me grow.
Okay. Any educational staff?
Okay, Mr. Shaw. I forgot his name for a minute. I'd like to thank Mr. Shaw, and I'd like to thank Miss Stacy.
Okay, and treatment staff?
Was that my counselors and stuff? I'm gonna look like a kiss up, but thank you, Miss Woods, for working with it. And I'd like to thank Mr. Sawyer too, because he's been pulling some threads for me.
All right. Well, when you leave out of here, thank all those people that helped you go get where you are right now, because it took all of them working together to get you there. So make sure you thank them for helping you get to this point, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I turned 15 here, turned 16 here, turned 17 here, and turned 18 here. I mean, this sucks. It really does. I think every day I'm an adult. Why am I still locked up in a juvenile facility? I mean, I'm trying out for the Navy right now because the Army denied me because my juvenile charges, which are getting expunged as soon as I walk out those doors. So, I mean, it kind of does suck, but it's my fault. I can't be mad at nobody but myself.
Good. Congratulations, John. Good. Good.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
Good. Feel like I'm going somewhere. Ball's rolling, it's just gonna keep increasing speed.
1, 2, 3. You've done. Better ask him how it went.
How'd you go?
I got denied.
E15 officer laundry.
No, you didn't.
I got accepted.
I know better than that. No. It's good. I can tell by the smile on your face.
Gordon to laundry.
Good news.
It was close though. They had some tough questions about that major. You know, we getting in trouble.
You served the time, all right?
Yeah, they was asking me how I've changed in 2 months and
35, reeling in front of the
trying to.
You've been doing well. I've seen the change in you, so.
Well, thank you.
You're good. I'm turning in the paperwork for your trip tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
To the Maps place.
So everything's legit?
Joe, you gotta walk up to this one.
Yes, sir. Question mission to walk the line, sir.
Walk the line.
Take care, man. Stay out of trouble.
The world needs to know that at one time you will encounter these kids again. So it's my job to make sure that these kids come out of here on a different level in life. You know, being respectful, law-abiding citizens for one, to be able to go out in this world and make it and make something of themselves besides just just being a number, on their jumpsuit. So.
Freedom through self-discipline, going on from here.
Question mission to walk the line, sir.
Order on. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir. Question mission to fall out, secure my gear, sir. If y'all came to see me 6 months, what I'd want is I'd want you to probably pull up in front of my new apartment that I own. It's in my name. See my brand new Ford F-150 sitting outside. I'm trying to get a job up at Check and Go right now. My uncle's wife works up there, so I'm gonna see if I can't try to find employment up there. But probably be working, doing what normal people do. That's if the Navy thing won't work out. What I really want is be able to have y'all come aboard the ship and show y'all around and introduce you to my chief, but I don't know if that's gonna work out. But if it does, I mean, see me in my dress blues. So I mean, I want you to see a successful young man. I want you to see somebody that went out and did what he was talking about and didn't just say it for the camera. I mean, I want y'all to see something good.